This past week, America was shocked to learn that DC's film universe might have lost its famously mustachioed Superman, Lord Henry Cavill. Although rumors were quickly quelled by Cavill's reps, confirming that his status was still in negotiation, people decried the state of the DCEU as this being just another real weird decision in a string of real weird decisions. However, said quellage did not come before it was leaked that in fact in the short list of potential future Supermen was included one Michael B. Jordan, notably the former Human Torch and Eric Killmonger. But before you decide to throw out the idea of him playing Superman because he doesn't have exactly the same skin tone as the previous actors that have portrayed him, hear me out. Michael B. Jordan might actually be the very best choice for a new Superman if one needs to be cast. And his casting could well save the DCEU. Hi, I'm Dan Umpton, and this is the Doomcast. But Dan, Superman isn't black. Counterpoint, Michael B. Jordan. Okay, at one point, maybe I guess I might have been one of those people who would have gone along with that argument. But one, I've grown, and two, I've actually read my fair share of Superman comics. There is a precedent. And it was a precedent, actually. The precedent of a black Superman comes from Final Crisis 7, in which a multiversal black Superman is revealed alongside other Supermen from all over the multiverse who are assembled to fight an evil that lives at the edge of reality. But this Superman, who was created by Grant Morrison and was admittedly based on future President and Nobel Prize laureate Barack Obama, returned in Morrison's New 52 run on Action Comics. Calvin Ellis is the President of the United States of America on Earth-23. He's from Krypton. His father Jor-El and his mother Lara sent him to Earth to save him from suffering Krypton's fate with them. And adopted by a kindly couple, he grows up to become a true American statesman. But that issue is incredible, and it's one of the best things to come out of the New 52. The parallels of that very issue not only mirror what's troubling the DCEU right now, but also our whole country. Superman fights a pathetic Lex Luthor who insists, as many conservatives did during the Obama administration, that their opposition to him was just based in principle and not race. "I'm not a racist," he yells. Superman discovers a musical meta-machine that Luthor has constructed, a sort of harmonic dimensional portal through which step refugees from a shattered dimension. Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, and Clark Kent. That Lois Lane relates the horrifying story of how they invented the Superman of their world, where they built a machine that created constructs from solid thought. They produced a real living ideal of justice, a Superman out of their thoughts, that codified a platform of ethics for 25 minutes before it disappeared. They tried to sell this device and the Superman brand that they had created to a studio who used their device to change that beacon of justice into a faceless and dark anti-hero. Sound a little familiar? What's crazier is this Superman zest looks a lot like a swastika, and their Earth quickly gets engulfed in branded hedonistic fascism. This living ideal of this evil Superman attacks Calvin Ellis through that portal, and after a fight and a fearless defiance of his hatred, Superman shoves the monster Superman into space between universes, banishing it effectively from reality. He's joined by an entirely black Justice League that come to aid him in cleanup. Although Calvin Ellis appears again in Morrison's run, there's a lot to unpack in just this single issue. Aside from the clearly political metaphors and the coincidental branding stories, it could be, as Lois says, Superman done right. Black Panther was the biggest damn superhero movie of all superhero movies. And say what you want to, it was because people that wanted representation got their representation. As exploitive as that is from a studio standpoint, in a way now the studios do know the power that that diversity has on their dollar. But I'm not talking about doing diversity for diversity's sake. A film where Michael B. Jordan plays Superman would potentially establish their film multiverse, and it would be a door to a wider multiverse, giving them the excuse to reboot what they've already done. Let them establish a new pantheon of a new Justice League, and completely start fresh. Audiences won't buy it. They're not going to care. Consider the fact that Miles Morales is now one of the most popular characters in Marvel. After establishing the new Superman character, DC can then team up Michael B. Jordan with a rebooted Justice League, comprised of the established and clearly successful versions of DC's Flash, Supergirl, Green Arrow, Black Lightning, the newly introduced Shazam, whoever they have as Green Lantern, Cyborg, Wonder Woman, a new Batman. Get all of them, put them together, and have them go seek out the prime Prime Universe Superman. Keep Calvin Ellis. There could be two Supermans. Listen to me. I know I'm a crazy DC fanboy, but this is just crazy enough to work. More than anything, the Earth 23 Superman is truly about what makes Superman great. The power of Superman is his ideals, and his unshakable faith in the prevailing power of justice and peace in the face of hatred and untruth. Also, tell me Michael B. Jordan as Superman doesn't just sound badass. You can't, because unless you're a liar, you know that Michael B. Jordan is the coolest living dude on the planet since Prince died. And that's a fact, verified and backed up by countless studies that we at the Doomcast have conducted. So, let's do it, DC. That's a challenge. Thanks everybody, this has been the Doomcast. We'll see you next week.